everyone, and welcome to Adventure on So Many Levels. We're gonna play some Dungeons and Dragons.
I rolled a 1.
I am Christiana Ellis. I'm the Dungeon Master, and our players tonight. First, we have our regular team: Jute Schubert as Autarky,
Hello, hello.
Starla Hutchton as Nira,
Greetings and salutations.
Jenny Meltzer as Cadence of the Water,
Hello!
James Meltzer as Ket of the Sands,
Ghostbusters, what do you want?
Mark Kilfoyle as Alaric Copperbeard.
I got
something
no
or other.
family name, just Alaric.
Yeah. Vivid Muse as Amethyst.
Hey, y'all.
And last but certainly not least, we have a very special guest. Those of you who have not followed along on this campaign all the way since the beginning may not realize that Jadzia was one of the original players of this campaign. But her character, Mugen the Magnificent, has been sadly and mysteriously absent for a long time now. I looked it up. 2 years.
Yeah.
Wow,
time.
really?
Wow.
Yeah. Holy crap, really?
Since
Because I had a baby. She's 2 years old.
Yeah, that
A useful
I
calendar.
suppose that is a reasonable excuse. So, I am very happy, though, that we have you here tonight with us to play some Dungeons and Dragons with us. Hooray!
Yay!
So, let's talk a little bit about where things stand for the heroes of legend. So, what happened last time? I don't even remember.
There were roots. There's
Yes.
a hole, and then
Some acid.
We fought the
really
Yes.
stoned people.
So,
Some
you
guy.
had all traveled to the Astral Sea in order to find the World Tree, Emerit Arboris, which had been sealed away by forces of law thousands of years ago, and found it under assault, protected by a shell of amber that it had created, but now under assault from an entire armada of Githyanki. You managed to sneak your way inside and find a hidden entrance that has allowed you in. You found what you thought was an exposed root for this tree, but discovered that it was actually rotted away by some mysterious entity. Traveling inside into these caverns, you found some Githyanki who had apparently rammed their way through the amber in an airship, but didn't act like the Githyanki you've seen before. They seemed almost zombie-like, and they attacked with oozes, and you fought those oozes, and it was super gross. But you emerged victorious. Cadence of the Water, using her primeval awareness, searched the area for any strange creatures that might be nearby and discovered there are lots of them, actually. There is a celestial that's within range. There are fiends that are within range. There was a dragon that seemed really close, but you guys were kind of feeling a little bit like you maybe needed a rest. So instead of investigating any of those things, you went and conjured a magnificent mansion to rest in. So, we pick up now as you have completed a long rest. Did you have any urgent business that you felt like you just absolutely needed to accomplish as you were getting your long rest?
Is anyone's armor damaged by the acid to the point where it needs repair?
I believe that, was it Ket that it took a one AC penalty?
Yes,
the-
I did. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that is,
I think, didn't Nira also? Oh, no, because...
No.
No, because I was wearing the bullet hide.
Yeah. The corrosive trait specifically calls out metal armor is corroded.
I was so happy about that. You have no idea watching that going, oh my gosh, yes!
All right.
So yes, I am down one point in my armor.
But weren't you wearing the Githyanki armor?
Yeah,
That
the
was me.
Githyanki half plate.
That
Not
was
not the
right.
special resistance armor, but just one of the regular sets of half plate. Although
Right.
technically, I don't know if you guys saved all of those other sets or if you left them out on the airship, but you could just change
Yeah, I
into a
threw
new
them in the
set.
bag. Yeah.
Yeah, we have them all.
Well,
Like
I'll
that,
just
I've been-
whip into a new set of armor.
Cool.
All right.
I do want to test one thing out though before we leave the mansion.
Okay.
I've been really concentrating real hard on something, and since I've lost my ability to inspire the people with my song, I want to pull Cadence aside and I just said, "Hey Cadence, do you have a moment to try something out? Do you mind being my little guinea pig for a moment? I promise this won't hurt a bit. If it works, you'll feel fantastic. If it doesn't, you won't feel anything."
Okay.
Okay, just go with me here, all right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
Okay.
scared, you guys.
Okay.
We're right here for you, sister.
Yeah, man. Okay,
I'm gonna back back a little bit.
I got you.
I'm going to ask you a question, and when I ask you a question, you say, "Who's there?" Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Knock, knock.
Wait, that was
That
the
wasn't
question?
a question, man.
No,
Oh
that
my
was
God.
like you
Okay,
knocking on
okay.
the door.
Listen
That
up.
was a
Listen up.
statement.
When I say knock, knock, you say, "Who's there?" And then I'm going to ask you a question. Okay, you know this. Just go with it. Okay, I'm not going to waste time.
Okay.
Okay. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Gorilla.
Gorilla who?
Gorilla me a hamburger, would you?
That's
I think I'm
That's-
feeling something.
This is
Suddenly,
awkward.
suddenly,
how do I feel? How do I feel?
suddenly, can you tingle with inspiration?
Yes. So I think that whether it's not about how funny the joke is. It's
Right.
about it's the thought. It's the meaning. It is the intent that he is putting into the words, that he wants to inspire you, and knowing that he wants to inspire you is what inspires you.
All right. We have one B12 inspiration days for the next 10 minutes.
Nice.
I'm sure the knot in your stomach will go away later too.
Oh,
So, one additional note is that the physics inside the Magnificent Mansion are what you are normally accustomed to, not the special rules for the Astral Sea. And so, I think, Alaric, if you floated in upside down like you were out in the room before, you would have fallen on your head. Or you
Yeah.
could have made a dexterity saving throw, perhaps, an acrobatics check, to not fall on your
roll
head.
with it.
But, yeah. So, in any event, though, are you guys rested and heading back out, or do you have any other business you wanted to attend to?
The only other thing when I go out, I actually want to do my primeval awareness again to see if I can sense where the dragon and the celestial and everything is again.
Okay.
Maybe I can sneak out first just to make sure there's nothing right outside the door.
I mean, I'm pretty sneaky too, also.
let the Lark have his fun.
All right, yes, go ahead. You want me to cast pass without the trace on you?
I think I'll be all right.
All right,
Save your spells. We might need them.
that's true.
All right. So I think let me switch us to the map then. I had all your tokens out here, but let me move everyone briefly, except for Alaric, because you are still inside the magic doorway.
Yes.
So I'm gonna just move you off the map over here.
The map that was made
Yeah.
with a computer.
So the little blue rectangle here is the mansion doorway. So what are you just peeking your head out, or what are you doing?
I'm going to sneak out and stand outside just to make sure.
Okay. Make a perception check.
There is no outside. Crap. 17.
17. Okay, let's see. Let's see, you gotta roll lots of dice. You don't hear anything.
Set off the fireball trap, but it's invisible. All right. Well, if nothing seems to be threatening us, then I will go back to the door, open it slightly, and say, "It looks like the coast is clear."
Okay,
Yeah, man.
so I will step outside and use my primeval awareness.
All right, are you just like sitting on the ground right in front of the door, or what?
Sure. Like, I'll check the ground and make sure there's no acid or anything on it. before I
Well,
do
not
that.
right there by the door. You guys kind of went away into this little alcove away from the acid pools.
Okay. Well, you never know. I mean, the acid could have come anyway.
No, that's true.
It could have
That's
followed us. So yeah, I will do it like right outside the door.
Okay. So is this one where you sit for a minute or you expend a spell slot?
I have to expend a spell slot.
Okay. So you're doing that, and remind me what you detect and the range, because I know the range is like ridiculous, but
It is. I gotta find it on here again. So it's aberrations, celestials, dragons, elemental, fae, fiends, or undead within 1 mile.
okay. So you sense the fiends and the celestial at about the distances they were before. You get the ping from the dragon, but it's much further away than before. You get some sort of undead flavored pings, but it feels strange. Like you can't. There's some sort of interference. You can't tell how far away they are. It feels almost like hearing an echo without hearing the original sound.
Okay. Alright, you guys, the coast is clear. Kind of.
No dragons out there?
No, the dragon, he went away. Like, he's still there, but he went for a walk.
Okay. Alright, man, that's good.
Finally catch a
Right.
break.
Is everyone else coming out?
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I was thinking, though? They're the fiends and the celestial. What if they are those people that wanted us to, they were watching us?
What people?
Because they were tracking me and Ket.
Can Melicanth cast the non-detection spell on them?
Let me double check what she can. I'm trying to remember if she can, because I think I have had her do it on more than one person before. I'm just double checking whether that's like a concentration thing. You know what? She tells you that she is out of the materials that she needs to do that.
So that means it probably is them, and they know where we are now.
Or our general vicinity, at least.
Yeah. But, if something terrible happens, maybe they will swoop in at the last minute.
Well, and she says, well, to some extent, we are already in the lion's den, so to speak.
Yeah.
Do you know if that sense of yours it works across spaces? I mean, we know that one piece of this tree is sticking out by the amethyst dragon, and maybe it's just picking it up because it's close to that thing.
That is a good question, and I don't know the answer to it. I've never really been in this kind of situation, so I don't know. Maybe it is that dragon, but if it's not, I still think we should keep our heads up.
So, I think as you guys are all sort of filling out around here and kind of all looking around a bit more, I think at some point one of you notices that the tunnel that you came in seems to have suffered a cave-in.
Oh, no.
So I've got it represented by this gray oval right there.
Well, guess we're not going back that way.
Not
Well,
getting the
turning back
deposit back
now.
on the ship, that's for sure.
What's the phrase? Sometimes the only way is through.
Mm-hmm.
The
You
only
know
way
that
out is
famous
through.
phrase
Yeah.
that everybody knows.
Yeah,
The thing.
the only way down is up. Yeah, I get it.
Here especially.
All right, so I guess we press onwards, right? Did we want to go? Did we explore that ship? Yeah, we
Did
did.
not. No, you did
Oh,
not.
No,
I thought
we
we did.
didn't.
Okay.
No.
There's been a lot of ships. I forget.
We were
Yeah.
really, really tired and worried that we would
Right.
get murdered or something.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's
let's go see if the ship is drowning in
Yeah.
acid, and if not, we can explore it.
All right,
Mhm.
so here's a very important question. What's your marching order?
Oh, shit.
Uh,
I mean, guys, I'm like really sneaky. If we're trying to be stealthy.
it's-
I gotta
I
float up.
Maybe I should take up the rear.
Yeah, maybe Alara can go on the roof.
Okay, so who's gonna go first?
I will go first, and I will cast Pass Without a Trace on all of us.
Okay.
And then on Cadence, I will cast Protection from Energy against acid.
Oh, okay. There we go. Let's. I'm going to use that little symbol for.
Bacon.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
There's your
Are
thing.
are you upside down again, Alaric?
Yep. As
All
much as I
Bacon
can be.
bow.
Oddly
Stop
enough,
it.
it's trying to prevent me from doing that with your token because the little circle is appearing right over the thing that I need to drag. Let's see. Let me zoom in to see if that fixes it. No, hang on. Stand by. There we go. Sort of upside down. There we go. Boink.
So if I cast Reverse Gravity, would he fall on his head?
Well, there's no gravity at all here to reverse.
All right, that's right. Just checking.
All right. So you're upside down, kind of near the front lines too, or
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll put you there.
I'm behind Cadence.
Okay.
I'll go after them.
Okay.
Amethyst is going to be last because she's got Arwen.
All right. I think Melicanth is kind of they're in that sort of second row. So, because I think Autarky and Amethyst, you both said last. So, do you want to pick one?
I would wait after him to keep
All right.
Yeah,
Arwen
I guess.
safe. Make sure it's
All right.
safe before I come out with her.
So, it is when you arrive at these positions that something happens. All around you, an enormous vibration starts to sound, and a glow, and a rumble. And you see a magical glyph, an enormous magical glyph
Jeez.
forming around you. If those of you who are good at making visual estimates could do so, you would see that it is approximately 60-foot radius.
Oh my
This
god.
glyph that has risen up all around you, and more to the point, as soon as this starts, you just feel something gripping your heart and your lungs. It's hard to breathe. And I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh shit.
Rip.
In the chat, please let me know if the music is too loud.
And everybody should get a +4 because +4 is within 10 feet of me. So
Yeah, so it looks like only Cadence doesn't get it right now.
Well, that's great because I rolled a 3.
Okay.
What's that plus, Twitch?
didn't help me either. +4.
Okay, that's helpful. Then that is a 16 for me.
Okay.
I got a 20, but not natural.
All right, so everybody, we're looking for a 19.
Nope.
I got a lucky 7.
I'm
I got-
5.
I'm 7 total.
Oh, the dice are bad too. Okay.
Of course they are.
Great.
There.
Those of you who failed that throw of 19 take 73 necrotic damage.
What the hell?
Oh my god. Do I take half of that?
So if you beat 19, then yes, you take half, which would be 36.
Alright.
And here's the worst part.
Oh.
The glyph does not go away. You can feel
Oh.
that this is still here. This effect. If you don't get out of it, you will have to do that again.
I grabbed Cadence and just like and
So,
Malekith
well, here's
there.
where we're going to roll initiative.
Oh, okay.
What an ominous glyph.
Oh dear.
19 for me on that one.
I also have 19.
All right.
I also got
a
a-
19.
I got a 9.
Uh-huh.
9.
So 19 for Nira and Cadence, 9 for Ket, and Alaric.
Sorry, I muted myself. 17.
17. Right. Otter Key.
14.
14. Amethyst.
5.
5. Okay. All right.
Did you roll for Melicant?
Well, that we're gonna get to that. So yeah, she's got a 15. So it's not her turn or anything yet, but she definitely is. She is reacting like the same as you, but also I think she is looking down at the glyph, and everyone is saying, "Get off of the glyph!" And
Is it on the
at this
ceiling
point,
too, or just on the floor? Is it on the ceiling too?
it is filling a 60-foot radius sphere.
Oh,
So
crap.
essentially, the entire tunnels in this area are just completely. But because you guys can see beyond what the actual map has here, so there's a couple of things here. You're going to see some things on the map that you don't actually see yet because they're around corners. So do respect where the corners are and what you would be able to see. So I think, actually, I have them in the wrong places anyway. Sorry, that's my bad.
Ignore the people beyond the glyph.
Yeah, these things are not supposed to be that far out. Sorry. There was a slightly different scenario for how this could work out, so I had them in the wrong places. Okay, so yes. So now we are in. So you see that the glyph extends part way into, but not all the way into this room. So basically, there is an area past the glyph here. But as you guys are filling out here, you see that this tunnel is also caved in. That tunnel is caved in up above you. So essentially, and there's another cave in down here. You have one way to go, and it's towards that big ship.
So these are multiple glyphs?
It is one enormous glyph.
Yeah.
Okay.
See?
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. But as I kind of scroll over here, you can see that it does end just into that room where you fought those other things. So, we're into initiative now. And the first one to go is someone you can't see until they cast a spell. And you see Zorath appear.
Oh, God.
What the hell?
Right here in the direction you're going, but he casts a spell and you hear a magical effect behind you.
I'm gonna kill that bastard.
And a wall of force springs up around your magnificent mansion entrance. So that's his turn. Nira, you're next. Actually, probably Cadence is next. You tied initiative, but it's to the highest dexterity. So, Cadence.
So where is Zora? Now that I can see him?
So now that you can see him, he is basically all the way across this room, close to where this ship is, in the direction that you basically need to run to get out of this glyph.
Okay. I'm gonna bonus action Misty Step 30 feet in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
And then use my 30 feet of movement. I think I have 32, so just 30.
All right. Oops. Sorry, I'm on the wrong layer. There we go.
I am the glyph.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We'll say you can get there with the Misty Step.
And then I will run out with the rest of my movement outside the glyph.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what you see as you get around here is that there is a fissure around behind this petrified tree. And there are strange undead-looking creatures that are flashing out of it.
I'm going to fire 2 shots at Zora.
Okay, so you actually, if you want to continue moving towards him, you have another, 10 feet to go. But as you pass by that undead, one of them lashes out at you.
I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay right where I am for now.
Okay, so I'll say here you are just outside the glyph, and you can
Okay.
feel when you leave it. It's just like it's like suddenly it's easy to breathe again.
Okay.
But you're gonna fire your arrows.
I'm gonna fire a shot at Zorith,
Okay.
and that is a 17.
A 17 hits.
Oh, nice. Good. That is 13 points of damage.
The arrow strikes him and then just falls away, and he
Okay.
grins at you.
I'm going to use my teleportation to go 10 feet towards him
Okay.
and fire an arrow at that creature that was right next to me.
Okay. Let me get them. They're technically not in the. Let me move all of the. For crying out loud. I have to move them into the right layer. So you can see from this side that there are, in fact, 5 of them. 4 that look like extremely desiccated undead, but one of them that looks... Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. That's the wrong
Oh my
thing.
god, growing more powerful.
Oh no!
But one of them that looks like it's similar to them, except that it is wearing like fancy golden like headdress and ornaments, and it's carrying a scepter.
Okay.
So, but you go ahead and you make your attack against the one.
Yep. The one that I was just right next to, it's a 17.
Hang on, I'm turning that music down because no one said in the chat that it was loud, but it was loud to me. So, 17 is what you said?
Yeah.
That definitely hits.
Okay. So that is, oh nice, 14 damage.
Okay, is this it's not magical, correct?
Nope, it's just regular.
Yeah, so it absorbs the hit, but it doesn't seem to do as much damage as you hope.
Okay. And then I'm gonna teleport 10 feet closer to Zoreth and
Alright.
take my third shot at the shiny headdress person.
All right, this guy right here.
Yep.
All right, so make your attack against him.
22.
22 is a hit.
Okay. And that is 9 points of damage.
Okay, and for him, the arrow just doesn't hurt him at all.
Okay. And that is my turn.
All right, Nira.
Okay, so I have a question. Does the Cape of the Mountebank count as action or movement?
I believe that it replicates Dimension Door, which would make it an action.
Okay. Well, then I'm sort of limited, but I am going to use the cape to bamf myself over to that.
It does let you take someone with you.
I'm grabbing Amethyst.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Yeah, you jump
Okay.
over to Amethyst, and presuming that Amethyst is willing, I'll say
Right.
Owen can travel with you, no problem. And so where are you teleporting yourself?
That outcropping that was by the ship
Okay.
where Cat had me last week.
You mean where Cat dimension doored you to last week? Oh yeah, thanks.
Oh,
Well, Ket can do that for himself.
I'm just
So-
kidding. I'm
so,
kidding. I'm kidding. Save yourself,
like
Nira.
right here? Like right
So
here?
we're outside the glyph.
Yes. So
Yeah.
you're like right here, and you can see where Zoreth is there.
Yeah,
Is that
and
where
I'm
you
just
wanna-
gonna have this shocked look on my face. What are you doing?
I think he sees you bamf into position with this brimstone smoke, and he said, "The stakes are too high for patience." All right, Alaric.
I ran into patience for this guy a long time ago. I charged across the ceiling, moving now, I believe it's 48.
Okay. So
far, I
5,
get
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So 45 is not quite out of the glyph.
I'll take my bonus action to dash.
Mm-hmm. I'm saying you're on the ceiling, so no opportunity attacks there.
Until
So,
I'm right overhead that bastard.
so like, who, Zoreth?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care
okay.
what anything else
Yeah,
is
you
there.
can get there for sure. So I'll put you there, but we'll say you're overhead essentially.
All right.
Hang on, let me scroll over. There we go. So
I'm drawing out the dragon tooth dagger. I'm going to
Mhm.
drop down on him.
okay. So technically, you're using movement because it's not like there's no gravity to drop down, but you can will yourself to move down.
Fair. Fair.
All right.
yeah.
So you're attacking.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Hell yeah.
Make your
Let's
attack.
see. That is a 22 to hit.
He just stands there and lets you stick the dagger at him, but it doesn't penetrate.
Doesn't penetrate.
No. And he just laughs. I've learned some new tricks since last we met.
Second attack is a grapple.
Okay.
That is
Yeah.
contested acrobatics, I think, or athletics, I should say.
He can do athletics or acrobatics, but it
Right.
actually doesn't matter. He's equally bad at both.
I rolled badly, so 14.
Okay. Well, he only got a 13, so you have grappled him. And
Right.
you've essentially, like, how are you grappling him? If you, like, just got a hold of his robes or, like, around the
Well,
lapels?
since he's
or something?
allowing the dagger to stick in, I'm going to use that as one of the pythons, and then grab
Okay.
him with my other hand.
Yeah, the dagger, it didn't, like, stick into him. It didn't
okay.
penetrate.
Well, then I'll just grab him with both hands.
Yeah. All right.
By the robes if I can.
He looks unconcerned.
All right. And how far? Do I have any movement left?
A little bit.
Okay, I start dragging him towards the glyph.
Okay. Let's say I think that you can drag him maybe 10 feet in that direction.
Okay.
I'll say you can get him to here.
You gonna use? Does he seem to concerned about that at all?
Nope.
Damn it. I'm just gonna hold him then.
Okay. All right. It is Melicanth's turn. And she is basically zipping through. She's very fast in the astral sea. Zoom, 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 zoom. And
Mental
I
parkour.
think she jumps to here, and she is standing there between Zoreth and this fisher, and she's got a curious expression on her face. You're not sure what it means. It's hard to read. That is her turn. Otterkey.
Yes, I am going to start running towards everybody else.
All right. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Well, so what's your movement speed here? You're 3 times your intelligence.
I'm
I
still
think it's
30.
just 30, right? Okay, so
Yeah.
that 30 gets you here. You're still well within the glyph.
Okay. And then I'm going to dash. I mean, I guess I want to get out of the glyph, but I want to be by the portal.
1, 2, 3, 4. Technically, you can't get all the way out. Even if you dash, you're still just inside.
Okay. Well, let me think. I'm going to be inside either way.
Well,
No,
unless
instead
you
of-
wanna, like if you have any other tricks.
Unfortunately, I don't. I don't have Misty Step anymore. Plus, it would take an
Oh
action.
no, you don't.
I don't have haste anymore.
I have
So instead of dashing, I'm going to.
Instead of dashing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will go ahead and use my lay on hands to recover from this damage
Okay.
I took the first time.
All
You
right.
could just stay on the other side and not be in it at all. Well, you
Not
could
be in
not
what?
move that first step and just move backwards out of the glyph's range.
No, the glyph is. It
Yeah, it's
covers,
everywhere.
It's everywhere. It covers.
Oh, up there too?
Yeah.
It goes
Yeah,
out.
it's one giant. They're all linked.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's not good.
So yeah, I'm just going to heal myself and prepare for
Yeah.
another
So
jolt.
you can see the. As I zoom way out. Don't look at the other stuff you can't see yet.
No, it's fine.
It's probably too tiny anyway. But yeah, you can see that it's a huge 60-foot radius glyph. So you're giving yourself how much?
It's going to be 73 points.
All right.
Wait, was that what we took? Yeah.
That's how much you took, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll do
Alright.
full 73.
All right, as you finish your turn in the glyph, make another Constitution saving throw.
Damn
You know?
it. Constitution. Plus 5 is 16. Still too low.
16 is too low, so you're going to take, this time, a little better, only 52 necrotic damage. Wait, are you resistant to necrotic damage?
No, I checked. I thought I was. And
Okay, I thought you had
didn't
said
say
you
it.
were, but if not, then no.
I
Yeah,
swore I was, but it's not in my features.
Okay.
Psychic, yeah. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, oh, it is the bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical that you got.
Non-magical, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so, yeah, so you take another 52. You get yourself back up
Alright.
full, but take another 52. All right, and that's the end of Otterkey's turn. Ket.
Oh boy. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to obviously tell that this glyph is magic, correct?
Oh, yeah. It's
Yeah.
definitely magic,
All
for
right.
sure.
I am going to cast Dispel Magic at 8th level on this glyph.
8th level,
8th level, yes.
it disappears.
Get.
Let me, yeah, the glyph disappears.
Hail Mary with that one.
Yeah. As Ket reaches out, casting powerful counter magic charms, you dispel the symbol spell.
And then I'm going to run over to Otterkey
Mm-hmm.
and just put my hand on his shoulder, and I can't do any. I don't have any healing because that was my action to dispel. So as a bonus action, I'll just be like, "Hey, Otterkey, knock knock,
Who's there?
Daisy.
Daisy who?
They see me rolling, they hating. Oh yeah." You now have a D12 inspiration dice for 10 minutes that you can use on anything you want.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good
Very
one.
nice.
I like
Thank
that
you.
one.
Okay. Are you moving any closer, or I think you would still have some movement left?
Oh yeah, I mean technically I could get to. I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay.
Yeah, I could get to the other side if I want, but I'm gonna stay where I am with Otterkey.
Okay. So let's see. I had one last thing on the GM layer, so I'll go ahead and make it visible. I think as you guys have reached over here, you see what appears to be like a spectral sphinx kind of down over there blocking one of the other passages, but it seems to be just hovering there. So let me zoom out a little bit so we can get everybody here in the... All right.
What's that
So-
lion there? Do we see that lion there?
That's the spectral sphinx I just mentioned.
Oh, okay.
No, the line is a portal.
Oh, the line
The
is, yeah, that's a
lion.
fissure.
Fisher.
Yeah,
Fisher.
and these undead things have just come out of it. So, all right.
So let's make sure we got that straight. There's a lion, which is a fish, and a statue, which is a lion. Do I give anybody inspiration for the badge?
Let's see. I think, Nira, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay. Pretty good at those. That is a 19.
A 19 is, I believe, a success. Let me, hang on. I'm pretty sure that's a success. Yes, it is a success, although it's closer than I was actually expecting. You you hear in your head a familiar voice just saying, "Why don't you just go sit in the corner and think about what you've done?" But then you shrug it off and it's like, "Oh well, worth a shot." And you see Jinxie appear.
Jinxie, yeah.
She's up.
What?
She's up on the deck of the ship here.
Oh, I got
course
more
she
people
is.
to murder.
I think she jumps up and puts one foot up on the railing and just says, "Avast!"
Oh, fucking Jinxie.
All right, so Amethyst, you're up.
So I'm gonna cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Okay.
I know, exciting, right?
Well, what's the range of that? Remind me.
60 feet.
Okay, yeah, you're good then. You can get everybody.
Yeah, so that's for a whole big whopping 18 points, kids.
Hey, I'll take it.
Love it.
How much?
18. Yeah.
And I'll also remind everybody that if they get to me, I can plane shift us away. It's just that we have to be holding hands.
We've come too far.
Just throwing it out there, kids.
Okay.
Kids, go back in.
So, you cast that. Are you staying in your current position? You don't have to. You can move.
I'm trying to think if there's anywhere better. I don't think there is. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay there with Nira.
All right. Okay. I think then it is now the Mummy Lord's turn,
Ooh.
and he steps forward a little bit here, and just kind of moans, is like, "A curse on those who disturb our rest." And he actually points his finger at Nira. And
Why?
Nira,
No, I know why. Never mind.
I need a con save from you.
That was actually not bad. That's a 22.
A 22 is a success. Let me double check what happens when it's a success. So, okay, so you're still going to take 30 necrotic damage.
God dang.
Yeah. But that's all because you succeeded.
Wow.
That could have been real bad, by the way, actually. That you can only do that one once, but that one's nasty if you fail. All right. So you are
I wonder why they're attacking the cleric. I can't imagine.
Mm-hmm. So so that's the Mummy Lord, and then he just points at all of you and does one of these, like, "Ah!" And all of the other mummies start lurching towards you guys.
Oh,
So Nira gets one, and Amethyst gets one, and these guys, how fast can they move here? Oh, not super fast. So they can only move 3 squares each. So those guys are still moving in that. Actually, I think this guy moves towards you guys. I'm going to say he can get and do an attack Arctic. All right. So, you guys ready? This is, so, Nira, a wisdom saving throw first, please.
I'm pretty good at those, so.
Mm-hmm.
It's only a 16 though.
Okay,
Not
16,
really.
16 is fine for this. You feel like it trying to pierce your mind with its deadly, dreadful glare, but you are too strong to fall prey to the fear from that. But it does punch you. And it gets a 24 to hit.
oh my god.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And that's going to be 14 bludgeoning damage. And 12 necrotic damage.
Good grief, I'm down to 2.
And another Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh my god. Okay. 21.
21 is a success.
Oh.
So, yeah, so nothing else happens. All right, Amethyst. You're getting wisdom saving throw as this thing tries to meet your eye.
$13.
13 is actually a success still.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
All right.
But he does also try to punch you.
Naturally.
Oh, I forgot. I completely forgot. I was going to use my Wrath of the Storm reaction for the melee attack. I totally forgot.
Yeah,
Can I do that still?
Yeah, well, let's resolve Amethyst and then we'll go back. So it's an 18 to hit for you, Amethyst. 18 to hit?
I'm 18 armor class, yes.
Yeah, so it does hit. All right, so that's going to be 7 bludgeoning damage and 9 necrotic damage and another Constitution saving throw.
That is 14.
A 14 is a success. So you take the damage and that's all.
Okay.
Archie.
Do my bracers of the thorn, can they do a reaction?
Oh, yes. And so do that, your thorn reaction, then we'll do Nira's.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm definitely letting you guys do all your tricks because I'm throwing a lot at you right now.
This is hard. I'm almost dead.
So is that an attack roll, or is it just automatic?
I don't remember how it's written.
I'm not. Oh, yeah. It just says.
It's probably a dexterity saving throw.
It says use your reaction to extrude spectral thorns, which do 2d6 piercing damage to the attacking creature.
Okay, if that, yeah.
So that's automatic.
Sure enough, that is what it says. Yes. So.
Like it. 9 points.
And that is
piercing.
And that is magical piercing damage.
Yes.
So it does take all of that.
Sweet.
All right. And now Nira's.
He needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity,
18.
not the best thing for a mummy. That would be a big old 2.
Then he will take 10 points of, I think it's lightning damage. Wow. Where did you go away? Lightning or thunder damage. And I think if I do lightning damage, it pushes him back. Right?
That's true.
Then yeah, we're doing that. 10 points of lightning damage, and it pushes him back with a thunderbolt strike.
How far? How far does it push him back?
10 feet.
He's pushed back 10 feet. All right. Otterkey.
Yeah.
Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
As he tries to stare into your mind and seize
18.
your soul. 18 is a success. And now
Stare back.
Gonna try to punch you with his rotting fist, but he only gets a 14, which I don't think does the job. All right, so that's the mummy's turn, and so now we're back at the top of the initiative with Zorath, and he is looking at all of you, and he's just laughing, and then he looks over to Melicanth and says, "I should have just done this to start with," and he reaches out. And you can see him seem to grip something in midair and then pull it. And what you see is...
Inappropriate.
The fissure extends out and pierces Melicanth through the chest.
That wasn't a spell, was it?
No.
Okay.
And so it pierces her through the chest and she sort of lurches and goes rigid. And then falls limp, hanging in the air. But then, suddenly, as you're looking at this in horror, you realize, wait, something doesn't look right. Like, Melicanth's limbs, like her head, like, suddenly doesn't look quite real. It looks like it's, like, wooden or something. And then her whole torso falls over forward, revealing... in a set of 2 large yellow robes, working ropes and pulleys, fox-like friend, Mugen.
Oh, you got to be kidding.
If I have Mugen's token. Yeah. So.
What's a Mugen?
That's
That's
a
I
Mugen.
really thought that would last longer. I really did. Oh well. Here's where we are then, eh?
Yes, go ahead and roll initiative, Mugen.
What? Love it.
It's been so long, I've lost my dice. Here we go. And remind me what initiative is after the roll.
It's
I feel so
going to
bad.
be just your dexterity bonus.
All right.
Although the D&D Beyond has a special little spot where it just says initiative that's next to your armor class.
Huh. Yeah, there it is. So that's 15.
15? Actually, that's exactly what I had Melicanth at. So it's
Yeah,
kind of...
it was meant. Yeah, because I rolled initiative in the future.
So let me get you on the tracker here. 15. All right. So that was Zurith's turn. It definitely took his action to do that. But as he sees this disguise fall away, he's just stunned. He's like, what? Where is she?
That's for me to know, and you not to, buddy pal. It's just a shell game. You pick the wrong shell. Happens all the time. Suckers can't resist the shell game.
Ugh! He roars in frustration, but it's not his turn anymore. Nira, you're up.
Isn't Cadence first?
Yes, you're right. I don't know why it didn't save that. Okay, yes, Cadence.
I'm actually going to Misty Step again, 30 feet behind Zora, and fire a shot at him again. But
Okay. So like,
I just don't want to be right on top of him because
Okay.
I was literally like right next to him. So,
Yeah.
so like below, or
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So like that.
yeah, that's
Okay.
good.
Yeah. Go ahead.
That is a 28.
It definitely hits, but again, the arrow just bounces off of him.
Yeah. I'm going to.
Is your bow magical?
No, it's
Oh,
just
okay.
just
I wasn't
regular.
Right on.
I'm gonna fire my second shot at Jinxie,
All right.
and that is a 21.
A 21 does hit.
Okay. And that is 11 points of damage.
It bounces off of her too, and she's
Okay.
just like, not working out for you today. You ought to get yourself a magic weapon.
Okay.
All right, so that's your turn, Cadence?
Yep.
All right, Nira.
All right, so I have 2 hit points, so I don't really have much of a choice. I have to cast heal on myself.
All
And
right.
I do not. I believe that's my full action. So
This
yeah.
is what it takes for you to start healing things.
So I will do that, and then I guess bonus action I can. So now I'm 72. Hold on. And I will use. Why is this? I hate using my laptop for this. Sorry, it's not scrolling the right way. I will use healing word at, if I can find it. Actually, I will cast mass healing word at 4th level.
Okay.
Yeah. And that is 2d4 plus 5. And that will go to everybody.
Okay.
So that is 10 points to everybody.
All right.
Ooh.
Well done.
And that is really all I can do, so.
Mm-hmm.
You can move.
Yeah.
Well, I could, but there's no reason to. Like, I
They move really
I don't.
slowly.
Yeah, but I kind of need to be within 30 feet of them to pull out my next trick. I just have to not be on the verge of death.
That's fair.
Generally, a rule I follow. Not be on the verge of death.
You could run away and then run back.
Well,
I don't know
right.
where I would go, but yeah, okay. I'm just gonna stay. I'm fine.
Okay, so
Possessed. You're intoxicated by his good looks.
all right, so that was Nira's turn. The I think at this point, the Mummy Lord steps forward and speaks a word that you can't even quite process as sound. It especially hits you hard, Nira. It feels blasphemous. It just feels like somehow it is speaking a word that carries within it all that is unholy. And everyone, let's see. Oh, you know what? Never mind. It doesn't do that. Not on this turn because it's a different thing that I was thinking. Okay. It is channeling negative energy and is swirling around it, and you just feel a little bit like you did in the glyph, but not. It's not as severe or intense, and nothing else seems to happen at the moment. Okay, Alaric, you're up.
I'm really confused. Also, there's a wicked thunderstorm outside my window, which is awesome for background. All right, still got a hold of Smiling Boy.
Mm-hmm. He's
So-
actually not smiling anymore. He seems really mad.
And probably a bit distracted. That works in my favor. I'm going to drag him over, and then I'm going to shove him on top of the damn zombie thing.
Okay,
That's
like the mummy. You're just shoving him like that.
Yep. I want him to end up in a pile of arms if I can.
Okay. Let's say you can drag him over, but I think it's another roll to do like a shove.
Yep, it's an attack.
Okay, so to shove him onto the mummy.
Yep. So it's like an athletics roll for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 22.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna beat him. He actually got a natural one. If he could be prone in this place, he would be, but he's not because he can't. So I'm not gonna have him. So he's on top. He's like they're in a pile.
Excellent. Then I'm going to rush in.
Okay.
With him as my shield, I'm going to stab around to the other thing.
Okay.
So I'm going to shiv the other thing on him.
What we're going to imagine from a tactical point of view is that he is actually in the 5-foot square above the mummy, just from a mechanics standpoint. Or unless, because I mean, you don't have reach to go through the.
No, I was hoping they would dance, and then I could interrupt their dance with a knife.
Okay, well, go ahead and roll your attack on the mummy.
All right. That is a 25 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Does this count as... No, Mugen's there. So there's an ally nearby. Does that count for a sneak attack?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
I'm honored that you consider me an ally.
I'm hoping. At this point, I need every ally. Let's see. That's 10 normal damage, magical, and 3 poison, if that matters.
I think it doesn't take the poison. Correct. It does not take the poison, but it was how much regular? I'm sorry.
10.
10. 39. It takes that. Magical piercing damage it takes, yes.
Okay, and another attack.
All right.
That's terrible. 13.
13 actually does hit this slow-moving and desiccated undead thing. Whoa!
I don't know if you heard that or not.
Yeah, we did.
Damn!
That was left in the
Wow.
away, actually. So that was a hell of a hit, apparently.
I thought somebody had bumped their mic.
That was 10 points
Okay, that's another 10.
of...
that guy.
Wait, what did I say the other one was? I had 7 onto it. I forgot the bonus of the dagger.
Oh, okay.
So-
You said 10 before.
So 17 for that one, 10 on this one, because
Okay.
I did remember.
Okay. Yeah,
Does it seem to be
that
taking
one.
wounds?
Yeah, that one is definitely the mummy is definitely being hurt by that.
Okay.
It is not down, but it is definitely damaged visibly.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to walk over to where the other mummy is, the one that's threatening Amethyst and Nira.
Okay.
And I'm going to stand in that square between them.
Like there.
Yep.
Okay, the one that you just left behind is going to make an opportunity
Nope.
attack. No? Oh, right, yeah, because your fancy footwork. I always forget. All right,
That's right.
good thing you're on top of it.
And I'm going to do an action surge,
Okay.
and I'm going to stab at this one. Yeah, it's probably the best I can do. All right, let's stab at this one.
Do it.
27 to hit.
Hits, for sure.
10 regular damage. There's no sneak attack on this one, right? Because it's once per round. So.
Correct, yeah.
And the second hit is a 26
Yeah.
for 11 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And the third one still didn't get that net, so 13 to hit
13 actually still hits.
for another 8 points of piercing damage.
All right, yeah, that one's hurt pretty bad. Okay. That's Aluric's turn. Mugen.
Is
Oh.
the zombie lord? Which one is he? Is he
That's
still
this
around?
guy right
Right.
here. Yeah, the
One
one with
last
the yellow
thing.
border. Yeah.
Bonus to dodge.
Okay.
All right. Well, I want to go for him.
All right. What are you trying to do?
I would like to use, because I've learned a lot in my studies under the trickster goddess. So I would like to use my. Where is it? I have so many notes. None of them are the right one. Let me see. Oh, this is so frustrating because I had it right in front of me.
Aw,
Oh no.
these things happen.
I know. I would like to douse the flames of war.
Ooh.
Basically, I'm just gonna talk him down with my charm.
Okay.
And also, we'll
Remind
get
me
to know
how
him.
that works. Does he like make a saving throw or something?
He must make a wisdom savings throw.
Okay.
With a DC equal to 8 plus my proficiency bonus.
Okay. He is pretty good at wisdom saving throws, but we'll see.
Well, yeah. But also my wisdom.
hmm
Let's see.
So what was the DC?
I'm trying to find where my proficiency bonus is.
And
on
it said
this
8 plus
chart.
proficiency, and I think our
Yeah.
level
You're-
16 is.
Where? There it is. 5. So that's in total that would be 14.
Okay, so I think it does get a 19, but I think you do see it hesitate as what do you actually say to it?
I said, buddy, pal, chum. What is this all about, really? Like, do you really want to fight everybody, or do you just want to be heard? Because I'm here to listen.
Our slumber has been disturbed. All who witness will be cursed.
Yeah, okay, sure. I understand that's how you feel right now. But is that really how you feel? I mean, if it's all about your slumber, maybe you just want to go back to bed. Like, I've been cranky too. Getting up a little early, let me tell you. But maybe you should just go back to sleep.
It is seems confused by that.
Well, good.
Do you want to move at all? Right
if
there
I can
next
move
to-
near him, yeah.
Yeah, you can just kind
That'd
of
be
go ahead
cool.
on, move on over there.
Boop, boop, boop. Yeah.
All right. He looks like he would have been about to punch you, but he doesn't because he is perplexed by your strange charms.
That's how it starts.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so Otterkey.
Yeah, I'm guessing I have to move to see the mummy lord guy.
Yeah, it's around the other side of this little tree.
Yeah,
and
30
there's
feet you can
one
see.
of these regular
so,
mummies in between you.
so I'll have to go past him and take an opportunity attack so that I can get around.
Don't forget you have a D12 inspiration dice.
True. See, I wanna go ahead and run past the mummy, and I'll take whatever attack he does.
Okay, so you're running around. So 5,
Yeah.
10, 15, 20, 25, 32. You could get to there, but he does make his opportunity attack. And gets. That's a natural one. So he misses.
It's gonna miss. And I will channel divinity.
Okay.
Reaching out again to the forces of vengeance that were used to be there and finding nothing but hollowness and emptiness. I see this mummy, Lord. Reach out my hand. One undead target creature, control undead.
Control undead.
I try to take over its essence.
Oh man. Okay. So it makes a saving throw, or what are the rules of this?
A wisdom saving throw.
Because this
To
is a
force
pretty
wisdom
powerful
saving
undead.
throw. So, an undead with a CR equal to or greater than 16 is immune.
Not quite there. It's actually 15.
Ooh. So, wisdom saving throw versus 17.
Yeah.
If it fails, it does anything I say for 24 hours.
I think that I'm going to give it disadvantage because Mugen confused it and really disrupted its whole deal. So it's questioning itself just in time for a powerful personality to say, I know what you should do. Everything I say. So I'm going to have it roll this with disadvantage. It's still pretty good.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But
can I do anything with that inspiration die? No. Guess
No.
We'll see.
It gets, what is this? 16.
Needed a 17.
Ah!
Yeah, boy.
Okay.
It's so good to be working with you again, Clyde.
Yeah, so you see it had kind of lowered its arms and it was looking a little confused down at Mugen, and then you reach out with your divine, lack of oath, broken oath, and you seize its mind. So I don't know, how does that work? You need to pull up?
So it says control undead. As an action, you do the thing. If it fails, the target must obey the paladin's commands for the next 24 hours or until it uses the channel division option again.
Okay.
And then that's literally all it says.
All
They're
right,
immune if their CR's 16 or
Okay,
above.
so the way I'll rule this is you can give it verbal commands, and I will have it. I will run it to the following your commands. Okay, so do you give it a command right away?
So I would say, point at Zorath and say, that dark one disturbed your slumber and is your enemy.
It turns and glare over at Zorath, who looks like he's just kind of stunned by this. This is what?
Yeah. So, your minions should seize him! And that's all I can do.
All right.
That's all you can do. Yeah.
It's a pretty big all.
Take the biggest, baddest guy in the room, point at him, and make him mine.
All right. So that is Otterkey's turn. Wow. Okay. Man. So Ket.
Oh, my turn. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just applaud Otterkey, and I'll just be like, "Give that man a hand," and I will cast Bigby's hand right behind.
All right.
Well, not right behind him, but like those two squares, on the edge of the map, as we can see it. Yeah.
I didn't make a Bigby's hand token.
That's fine.
So I will. You know what I'll do is I'll use this little the glyph, the big glyph rune, but is it a large hand?
I believe so. Let me just
I think it is.
check here.
So this is the hand. Where do you want it?
I want it right behind Zorath, 10 feet away from Zorath.
Okay.
Yeah, right there. Right there. Yeah, perfect.
All right.
Yeah, and then I want to wind it up. I'm going to just and then punch him with it, or try to anyway.
All right.
Let's see if that works, since this is magical and nothing else has been working. That's a 15 plus 10, so 25.
25. It definitely hits him. Is it just force damage?
It is going to be... Sorry here. It's going to be 4d8 force damage. So I'm going to roll those, and hopefully it does some damage. 18 points of force damage.
It just, a shockwave just sort of rings out around him, like when Thor hit Captain America's shield with his hammers. He seems fine.
Okay. And I will run forward to that zombie in front of me, and as my bonus action, I will... Well, not as my bonus action, as my second attack, I will stab him with my rapier.
Do it.
It's a 16 plus 11, so I'm just going to assume that hits. And that's a 6 plus 6 is 12 points of damage.
Okay, 12 points of damage against that guy. Yeah, and this one is definitely magic, so yeah, there you go. Okay. That is Ket's turn. It is Jinxie's turn, and I think she is kind of, she's up there, kind of hands on her hips, looking a little concerned. It's just like, well, this is an excellent mess you've gotten us into, boss. Tactical retreat, what do you say? And he just says, yes, yes! And she's like, no problem. And she turns invisible. Bloop. All right, that's Jinxie's turn. So that actually, everything keeps reorganizing. There we go. So that would actually make it Amethyst's turn.
That kind of changes what I was going to do, but maybe it doesn't. I'm going to cast Watery Sphere on, I can capture up to 4, but is it the token that's got the band of gold around it, the one that's charmed by Chooch now?
Yes.
I mean, Aldricry? Then I want to cast Watery Sphere on Zorath, and I'm trying to see if it will also include the mummy next to him.
Okay.
It'll restrain
I believe it's a 10-foot sphere. So, and Zorath is actually on top of a mummy
zombie
as well.
Okay. Oh, right. Oh,
yeah,
forgot.
So there's actually 2 of them there. So if it's a 10-foot sphere, you can do that. It'll get Zorath and 2 of the mummies. Or at least it'll be in its space.
Awesome. Yes. I want them in the bubble. So it's the strength 17.
All right. So Zorath is going to make his. Nope, that's a fail. And yeah, dang. Okay. And so the mummies, they're actually stronger than you might think.
Right.
So they're each going to. That's a 21 and a 7. So I think one of them is managed to push himself out, but Zorath and the other mummy are in the sphere, the watery sphere.
Sweet.
And so they are suspended in this 10-foot diameter floating ball of water.
And I would like to raise it as high as I can into the air.
Okay.
Yeah. I've got a range of 90 feet. I don't know how high the ceiling is.
I think we established it was like 30 feet.
Okay, cool. So
yeah,
up there.
Right. Okay, that happened. Okay, so it is now the regular mummy's turn, and I think because it hasn't been the mummy lord's turn yet, they're still doing the same thing they were before, which is trying to attack anyone they see. So this one's going over to attack you, Otterkey. And you passed the wisdom saving throw before, so you're good.
Wait.
You don't have to do it again. If you succeed once, you don't have to keep doing it. That's a 19 to hit, so that misses, right?
Misses. Yep.
Bam, off your armor.
Oh.
Cat, wisdom saving throw.
I'm super smart, you guys.
How wise are you?
I'm a bard. I'm not very wise at all. It's a 3.
A 3. Okay.
It is so damn charming.
So, well, here's what happens. You are frightened until the end of the mummy's next turn. And because you failed by 5 or more, you are paralyzed.
Okay.
And so now it is going to make a melee attack against you with advantage.
Okay.
And,
okay. This is fine. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if it hits you, it's a critical hit.
That's okay. I'm good.
All right. Oh my. Okay.
Oh my god, yeah, that's a natural
it would have
20.
been a crit anyway,
Yeah,
but
okay,
it does get a natural 20. So
yeah, of course it does.
I'm not gonna. It's not a double crit. That's not a thing, but it is a regular crit.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is not great for you.
I'll take it like a champ. It's okay.
Yeah.
I got healing. I got healed. I'm good. I'm
All
not
right,
like
so
dying or nothing. I'll take my 80 points of damage. It's okay.
That's 16 bludgeoning damage.
Alright.
And 14 necrotic damage.
No, that's nothing. Okay.
And I need a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. That is a 17.
Okay, that's a success. So you take the damage, but no other effect.
Okay, good.
But you are still paralyzed until the end of the... Well, hang on. It's like... It is... It makes its dreadful glare first, and then it says, until the end of the mummy's next turn. So, yeah. You're in trouble. It can do that to you again. All right. And then you got one over here that is going to attack Alaric.
All right.
And it makes it, and it is a dirty 20 to hit.
Shield.
Shield.
That makes my AC 21.
You deflect its attack. Well done, you. You did one of the wisdom saving throws already, right?
I don't think so, actually.
Against him? Well, go ahead and make it now, so we'll see if that happened or not.
14.
14 is a success, so you're fine.
Oh, wow. That was my worst.
All right, so the mummy that is in the watery sphere is going to try to get out of the watery sphere, so it's another strength saving throw, right? And that's a 13, so that's a fail, right? Still stuck in the watery sphere, I think. You're muted, Viv, but I believe that's correct.
That's what I'm reading.
All right. So at this point, the mummy lord seems to regain its senses a little bit, but now it is looking towards Zorith, and it points and it steps not into the sphere, but it moves around. I think watery
I thought we
sphere-
had a moment.
No, hang on. Hang on. I need to make sure how I understand how watery sphere works. It is a super weird spell.
Yeah.
It is basically still it's moving around as it looks at Zoreth.
Mm-hmm.
And did I skip you, Mugen, on this turn or no? No. Did we?
I mean, there's so many
Mugen.
people. You just as easily could have and not have.
You did not, because that was when he did.
Okay, it's just these turns are really long is all. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, man. Okay. Yeah. All right. So the watery sphere. So once they're in the sphere, they're restrained. They don't have cover or anything. They can be attacked by something outside the sphere, right? Yeah, I think so.
I can't. So.
So what is it tries to do? It I think I guess what it tries to do is it just uses its dreadful glare on him, so he has to make his own wisdom saving throw. Although he's pretty good at those. Yeah, that's a 27. So he is not paralyzed by its dreadful glare, but it does try to punch him with its rotting fist, and it rolls really low. Oh, but he's restrained, so it has advantage. That'll do it. That's a 24 to hit. But as you had seen before, it doesn't appear to actually have any effect on him. But he is kind of not worried about that right now. He's mostly trying to, not drown in this watery sphere. All right. And that is now the top of the initiative. Again, it is Zorath's turn. And he's in this, he's in a pickle here. I did not anticipate.
He's getting pickled.
Yeah. Let's see, what has he got that might do this?
I'm pickled Zorath.
Let's see. You know what he does? Is he casts chain lightning at 8th level. And he is aiming it out, including the Mummy Lord, and so the Mummy Lord's the first hit, and then it's let's see, it's going to hit 5 other people. So it's basically going to hit the Mummy Lord, this mummy, and Cadence, Nira, Amethyst, and Alaric. So that's a dexterity saving throw.
Do I have to make the roll since I'm immune and
go ahead and make the throw, but yeah, you know, even if it hits, you're immune to the damage.
That was dexterity?
Yes.
16.
9.
Okay. Those are both failures. The mummy gets surprisingly high. That's not a success though. The regular mummy gonna be bad. That's also bad. What was yours, Cadence?
26.
26 is a success. Amethyst?
What was the throw?
Dexterity.
Dexterity. Okay, so that's 15.
Okay. 15. So 15 is a failure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is
I'll remember you fondly.
Yeah.
42 lightning damage.
Oh, that's not too bad.
So the Mummy Lord is not immune to lightning damage. So it does take that.
I take 21, right?
Yes, you take 21. Wait, hang on. Let me just double check because chain lightning is a little bit weird. No, that's right. You take 21.
Okay.
And then the mummy also failed, and I think that mummy was already damaged, and so that one is just like it disintegrates into dust. All right. Did we get damage taken from Alaric, Amethyst, Cadence?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. And then he's... Yeah. Let's see, what is... He's got some... Yeah. Yeah, he's... Okay. Yeah, that's his turn. Cadence, you're up.
I'm super mad because he just lightninged me.
Uh-huh. That seems
So-
reasonable.
I'm gonna lightning him back.
Okay.
So bonus action lightning arrow.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to use one of my number 2 arrows, my +2 arrows,
Okay.
to do that. So,
Yeah, because trying to hit him is done so well.
yeah, that's 26 to hit.
Mm-hmm. The arrow still doesn't hurt him. It just bounces off.
Even though it's lightning?
Yeah.
It's like magical and stuff?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm not even going to bother rolling the
Yeah.
lightning damage.
None of you have been able to do any damage to him at all this encounter.
Okay. So I'm going to fire my second arrow at the zombie thing over by Ket.
Okay, there is actually one in the sphere with Zorath too.
Yeah, but I'm more worried about Ket.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
All right, make that.
That is
roll.
a 26 to hit.
Okay, 26 definitely hits, yeah.
And that is 9 points of damage.
All right.
And as I do that, I yell out to Mira. I'd be like, Mira, I've come to love you, but I really hate your stupid boyfriend.
In the watery sphere, Zorath is like, oh. Oh. All right. That was Cadence. Your turn. Are you moving at all?
No, I'm staying right where I'm at.
All right. All right. Mira.
Okay, so I'm gonna do my clericy thing, and I am going to move kind of where those branches of the tree are.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't want to be above the hole, but
Like that?
yeah, yeah, that'll be fine.
All right.
And I am going to use Destroy Undead by Channel Divinity.
Okay.
So it says it's a Wisdom saving throw, but I'm going to assume that's 18.
Well,
because it doesn't say.
It should be your DC.
Yeah, that's what my Wisdom DC is on other things. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's the same on this.
So
okay, so yeah.
the first the 3 regular mummies. That's going to be a 4, a 13, and a natural 1. Those 3 mummies, as Mira channels her holy connection to the spirit of Rushama within her and sends out a shockwave of radiant energy, these 3 mummies are just evaporate into dust.
And that's what they didn't want me to do.
I wanted you to do that.
And then the mummy lord also makes the saving throw. He's not going to be destroyed, I'm afraid, but he could.
Yeah, because it has to be 3 or lower.
Yeah, he got a natural 20 on his saving throw. So, and he is also currently charmed by Archie anyway.
Right.
So
I'm not as concerned with him.
yeah. All right. So that is your turn. Are you doing anything else?
No.
Okay. Alaric.
I'm gonna move. Let's see, next to where Zorath is.
Mm-hmm. So bear in mind that this is like up near the ceiling, but you can be up there. So technically, it shows it like over the fissure, but it's actually above. So the fissure does not go through the sphere.
All right. I'm going to see if I can spot Jinxie. I know she's invisible, but she's probably this way. So
make a perception check.
All right. Let's see if this works. 27.
Gosh, with a 27, because it's so high, I was just going to say, she's floating. She's not even going to make footsteps. But I think with you draw upon a deep well of focus within yourself, you hear her breathing. And you know that she is coming around, and she's approximately in that location.
All right. That was my action, I'm assuming.
Yes.
All right. Let's see. Oh, actually. Oh, that's an action. Damn. All these spells are actions. Why do they have to all be actions? Can I just point over? She's over in that direction. Don't let her get to this bastard.
All right.
And I'll indicate that general direction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Mugen.
All right. How is that? The Mummy Lord, he's pretty much working for Archie at this point, right?
Yes, he is at least following. He is following Archie's instructions, which is to attack Zorath.
All right. And Alaric pointed in the general direction of Jinxie.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna get out my special rod
All right.
and pull it out from a secret compartment deep in my wonderfully fabulous robe. We all get to wear these at the monastery. It's so cool. And I am going to throw it at the general direction and have it increase in size as it spins and goes, thereby increasing my chances of hitting her, theoretically.
Okay, so Mugen pulls out what looks at first just like a matchstick
Mhm.
or a toothpick, maybe, and just
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
flicks it.
Chopstick? Yeah, just
flicks it in that direction. As it spins, it starts to go, and it's turning into a very it's
quarterstaff.
A quarterstaff, and then are you using it just like a quarterstaff then as a throw, or were you wanting it to go like it's?
Oh, it can go even bigger than that too, can't it? Yeah, let's
yeah.
have it go even bigger to its like pole vaulting status.
Okay, so
Let's not leave anything to chance if we can avoid it.
all right, so I'm gonna basically draw this on the. So you throw this thing in that general direction, and all of a sudden, oh, that's not the right shape. It's supposed to be a line.
A wild box appears.
Yeah. Yeah, and so just God, I cannot freaking win with this tool here. There we go. It's still supposed to be brown, but it's
You get
all
the
right.
idea.
It extends out, and it actually keeps extending. It's like a long thing, and so I think what you guys hear is the sound of an invisible Jinxie walking into a pole that suddenly wasn't there. Dunk! Oh! Yeah, so you hear that. It's like, yeah. So essentially, there's a pole now that there wasn't before.
Does Jinxie take damage? Does that cause him to appear?
Jinxie's.
Yeah, sorry.
But
does it...
no.
Oh, okay.
But she definitely made a noise, so I think you all know approximate location. All right. That was Mugen's turn. Otterkey.
Otterkey wants to lay his palm on the fissure to try to close it.
Okay. You do so, and it works. The fissure closes.
Yes.
Oh dear.
If I can... What's this? If I can select it.
Currently, the fissure is talking.
I'm trying to select... Oh, I put it on the map layer, that's why. There we go. And actually, that part is not on. There we go. Okay, part of it was on... Okay, that's weird. There we go. All right. The fissure closes.
All right. Sweet.
All right, I think that's your action, but if you want
That's
to use
my
a bonus
action.
action to change the Mummy Lord's instructions, you can do that.
No.
All right.
Coming to get you, Zorath.
All right. So that is Otterkey's turn. It is now Ket's turn.
Am I still paralyzed and stuff, even though that dude's gone?
Yeah. Yes, you are. Yeah,
Until the end
because
of his
it's not.
next
It's
turn?
not yet now. What the mummy's next? The turn comes after yours.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
There's no mummy to have a turn.
I know, but you're still paralyzed from before.
Okay.
So its turn. It's what would have been the end of its turn hasn't come up yet.
Okay.
Yeah. So sorry, you're still paralyzed.
Yeah.
I think
that's
you
fine.
guys look over at Kenny. He's just like, "Don't worry, I'm fine."
Okay.
All right. At this moment, let's see. Yeah, at this moment, you guys watch as the watery sphere has a cavity appear right near where Zorath is, as though an invisible hand is reaching through, grabs him, and then both of them disappear in a flash of light. Jinxie appears as she casts Plane Shift, and Plane Shifts the two of them out.
Anybody stop that?
I could, but I'm still paralyzed.
Damn.
Let him go. You got more important things to do.
So I thought I cast the bubble up towards the ceiling. How it was?
You did,
She-
but she can float up, remember? It's like there's
Oh.
this is the astral sea there's she can
Bitch.
just fly
All
up
right,
there,
sorry.
no problem. Do you keep the watery sphere up now that they're gone?
There's nothing else left, right? The mummy dude's gone.
The Mummy Lord is here, but currently controlled for 24 hours by Otterkey.
God. I hate the undead. Why? Ugh.
Well, I mean, it's not like you can't kill it. You can totally kill it right now. You know?
Yeah,
I won't stop you.
It's standing there and it's looking over at Otterkey and just says, "The enemy has been dispatched."
Excellent.
Just keep an eye on your pet, Otterkey.
I'm gonna keep it there until we figure out what we're doing with the mummy lord.
All right.
I'm not gonna defend its life because it's unnatural to the druid.
How effective is your leash, Otterkey? Is this thing bound to just wander free?
Oh no, it is in complete control for 24 hours for the next day.
Well, that'd be great if we were in a place where we could, accurately keep track of time.
Oh, that's a
Let
real
him
good
last forever?
point. That's a real good point. That's a good one, Missy.
Can't you just command it to jump into the acid hole or something?
Thought I
Like,
heard a Mugen.
Wait,
You're
Are
you're
you-
no longer paralyzed, Cat.
Well, look.
You
It's
guys,
Mugen.
Melicant was a rat this whole time. What the hell is going on?
it's not a rat.
Oh,
It's a Mugen.
What's a Mugen?
It's me.
It's like a demon fox.
Magnificent.
It's like a demon
Obviously,
fox
you've heard of
monkey.
me.
No, man. I'm like 5 billion years old. I've never heard the no Mugen.
I am really
talked about-
disappointed
They
No.
talk
you
about-
guys for not bringing the rest
we've
of the team
mentioned
up to
you, but
speed.
we've been a little busy.
Mhm.
we have certainly talked about you. This
Yes.
is just cat.
Oh, wait a minute. How
They
long?
talk about him all the time. They always say Mugen this and Mugen that, and we're always like, "Who is this Mugen?"
Oh, this is the Mugen.
That,
Yeah.
yeah.
Incidentally, as now that the danger has passed, Viv or Amethyst, Arwen hops, struggles out of her little, baby Bjorn pack and hops over, kind of flopping around in the astral sea and nuzzles up to Mugen.
Aw,
That's a
I
good
miss
sign.
you too.
Not that it's not great to see a Mugen, but where's Melicanth?
Melicanth is in a safe space. Gods of time and space and all sorts of those things have a larger view of what's going on. And right now, it is more important that she not be with you guys So I'm here instead. As we evidenced, look what just happened. If she had been there, no more Mellencamp. And then something that's important in the future would not happen. That's how I understand it.
Okay,
So
but
you've got me for, and then he does a sleight of hand switch, and all of a sudden there's a pocket watch that's oversized and overly detailed. His hands is like, just not much longer. And then Mellencamp will be in the space where I was, as if nothing had happened, but actually a lot has happened. That's true.
So you were just
Yeah.
Mellencamp just now, but not before? I'm really
You would, if I told you how long I was Mellencamp, you would not believe me.
So we had weird, intimate conversations together as Mellencamp?
That's something you should bring up with her. Because we don't have a lot of time, remember?
That's true.
Waving the
Yeah.
pocket watch. Besides,
Yeah.
I got gifts to bring. You guys like presents? We all like presents. I got presents. Who wants presents?
I'll take a present.
I need
Yeah.
to
Actually,
course
I'm
you
curious about how this whole religion thing is working out for you. You had some interesting questions for me before.
Oh, no, it's actually working out great. A lot of trickster philosophy turns out to be not that different from what I did anyway. So really, it's just about me finding a place in the larger scheme of things. And no, I haven't really had any sort of enlightenment or conversion happen. I really have just had a natural knack for doing this kind of stuff. Wouldn't you believe it?
surprise me at all.
Shocking.
I know, right? I've even taught them a few things or two. This whole
Wow.
shell game thing, my idea. Because they're like, what are we going to do with Mellencamp? There might be trouble. And I'm like, shell game, shell game, shell game.
Hey, Mugen.
Yeah.
It's good to see you.
Oh, it's good to see you too, Missy. Good to see everybody except for the new
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah, it's
Who
not
are-
good to
who are
see
you
you
all?
either. Thanks a lot.
I like your style,
we
Chuckles.
have
Knuckles.
Be used to it.
Just accept it.
His actual name is Cat of the Sands, and the other one is Cadence of the Water.
Right. So, Chuckles and Sunshine. That makes sense.
More than you know, actually.
Thanks. Thanks for the introductions, Cupcake. We'll continue on with the prezzies. Clyde,
yeah.
we'll do with the small ones first. So here is a tiny little polished crystal. If you look at it in the light, you see it's got some cool lightning sparks there. I don't know what it does. I'm sure you'll have a lot of fun and just flips it to you.
All right.
Who else we got? Who we got? Oh. Toots. I know you get lonely sometimes. So here is, and Mugen brings out of some unknown pocket, a necklace that has a beetle on it,
Yeah, like a scarab.
like a scarab. For you, Amethyst. I was like, so, this little guy's still alive. Isn't that wild? I know, it looks like jewelry, but it's not. I don't know if you can talk to him. I've tried. He doesn't answer me, but you've got a way with animals that I don't have. So, here you go. It's supposed to be protective, but I think it maybe just looks cool. Oh, I didn't make it.
Well, Amethyst puts it on and just gives Mugen like the biggest, tightest hug she can possibly manage.
And
Miss
Mugen hugs back, because this is a more emotionally available Mugen than you've seen before. Missy. I got some jewelry for you too. So this is a very special. I was actually told what this does, which is neat. They didn't tell me about the other stuff. But this apparently protects you from... Dang it. Some kind of magic. Definitely a kind of magic. I do not remember what kind they said. It is a kind. So you are protected against that.
That's
That must be a
very
load off.
helpful. Thank you. Yeah.
No
Whew.
problem. They said it. They told me. I don't think it's lightning, but don't quote me on that. It could be lightning.
That would be overkill at this point, but
All right.
it's the thought that counts. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. These aren't from me. These are from people, not really people, gods and mystical entities, and also abstractions and concepts who have looked into the future and seen what you guys will need. So at some point, you'll all need this, maybe more than once. And if you don't have it, you might die. So know that it's there for you.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. And then we got the new kids, Chuckles. If I remember correctly, you're one of the music types, right?
Was.
Oh no, what happened?
It's a long story, man.
Oh.
There's a dragon and stuff, and
But you can still do music, right?
I can't sing anymore, man.
Who says you need to sing when you've got a harp? And he pulls out a harp out of his robe. Huh? Snazzy, right? This has got some history to it. All right. I don't know how many bards you know, but apparently this was used by the first one, like the first bard. It's kind of old. Take care of it. Don't break it. Do you know how to play a harp?
Thanks
I
a
hope
lot.
so.
Man. Thank you.
You're very welcome. All right, Sunshine.
It's okay. You don't have to give me anything.
Well, I don't have to. I get to. This is fun for me. Usually I take shit away from people. It's really cool to give it this time. Turning over a new leaf, trying to be a better, well, not really person, obviously. Something.
Can
So
I
here
insight
we-
check that?
I'm sorry?
I said, can I
Insight
insight
check?
check that?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I didn't know them before, so I don't know.
So you
It's,
can roll either deception or persuasion as you judge appropriate, Jedzia, against
Oh, sure.
Ket's insight roll.
I could also not contest it. It's fine.
Well,
I rolled me a 21.
okay.
Yeah. Oh, this is totally genuine.
Okay. That's fine. I just wanted to know if these gifts
Yeah.
were cursed or something. I don't know.
No, they are all exactly what I'm telling you they are.
All right.
So, Sunshine, you're an archer, right? Like I seem to
Yeah.
remember seeing that.
Yes.
Nice guy.
Nifty. Well, if there's one thing an archer always needs beyond more arrows, am I right? Nudge, nudge. It's another bow. So, here's one. Again, this comes out of the sleeve. Like the necklace, supposedly this will talk to you. It has not said a damn word to me, but I could not be... I'm not an archer. I don't know bow talk. Maybe you need to string it first. This is on you.
For
Thank
the
you.
record, mechanically, all of you need to attune to these before they will be apparent.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it may be chatty. It may be taciturn. I don't know. You get to discover it. New friends all around. That just leaves you, Cupcake.
What?
Yeah, you, Cupcake.
You have a cupcake for me?
No,
Ignore it now.
you're cute. You're cute. I like that. Always had a sense of humor. Fortunately, you do not remember most of our history, so I'm just going to skip that part and say that I got you this axe. I literally got, unlike the other ones, I actually literally got this axe for you. This comes from your dwarven ancestors. It is a beautiful, beautiful double-bladed kind of thing. I know it took a little doing to find, right? Because it was supposed to be lost to the ages, right? But here's the fun part. If you go back in time to before it was lost, then you're the one who loses it. Ha! I just snatched it right out of there. So really the reason it was lost is because of me, but that just means that you get it now. Here you go.
You can go back in time?
Well, not me, but I can be sent there. Kind of in the same way I was sent in space. Walking through time and walking through space are remarkably similar. It's all in the direction you're going. But you do need a good head start. And that's something I haven't quite mastered yet. I had a help of a god for that one.
You've had a lot of
We
help.
still got some time. Great. All right, so everybody, you like the axe? It's really important for me
So,
on a personal level that you like the axe, Cupcake. I'll just say that.
out of all of these gifts, the axe is the most obviously special. It is an old design, but it is encrusted with gems, and it just it looks very functional as a weapon, but it also looks extremely valuable.
I don't know if I should have this. This should be in a museum somewhere.
Well, when you're out of the astral plane, you can totally put it in a museum. I think that's absolutely valid.
Does
You
it?
should use it now, because if you don't use it, you may die.
Does it have a name?
You know? It does have a name. It used to be called, according to legends, Stonebreaker. Obviously, you're not going to break any stone with it, but I understand that it fought some rock giants at one point.
It's
You
been
can give it a new name.
a long time since I've carried a weapon like this. Thanks.
Yeah, it looks good on you.
You should call it Blueberry
Why would I
Also a
call it
good name.
blueberry?
because
All
you're
right.
a cupcake.
Ha ha ha. I'm gonna call it Cat Slayer if you keep this up.
I'll just be over here strumming my harp that I can't sing with.
You know what? Lyrics are overrated.
Sounds beautiful, Cat.
Farewell and adieu to you, fair.
Oh, I can't leave yet.
Ladies.
I still got-
the harp. Incidentally, does sound lovely. Like you didn't have to tune it or anything.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's a nice gift.
Thank you. I said thank you. Jesus.
Who's that?
Just some guy. Just some dude.
God.
He was a bard.
So I don't have a lot of time, you guys. So we need to get some things across really quickly, right? Because you are headed into the lion's den, right? World Tree business. This is important. You got a good mission here. So let's play a game. All right? It's a game you can't win, but you should play it anyway. And Mugen goes over to a flat stone. That's a waist high for him. And proceeds to lay out 4 shells. And starts moving them back and forth. And he's like, okay, all right. Where's the P?
Was there
We
a
don't
P?
even know there is a P.
I just told you there's a P. You can't win, but where's the P?
Probably in your robe somewhere.
Fine, under shell.
You choosing Cupcake?
Sure.
Which one you pointing to?
So there's 4 of them.
Hmm.
The leftmost.
The leftmost. All right. So underneath that is nothing. And here's the thing. This is the Maru. This is the instrument of the inexorables. You've met this guy.
Yeah.
You have to beware of him. Very dangerous, very bad. But he's not going to try to kill you, so that's good. He will try to take you to his masters, so watch out for that. All right?
He tore the gardener apart.
Yeah. Got to be careful.
But he didn't die, so
Yeah, but I mean, if he tore
There
you
are
apart,
fates worse than death, Missy. There are fates
Well,
worse than death.
not gonna argue that.
Someone still has to find the P. Come on.
All right, sure. Let's see. Second from the right. You said there's 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, second from the right.
All right. So, no P. But what's under here is the Gnyathi.
Get Yankee.
Thank you. Get Yankee. Yankee Doodles. These guys may be your villains, maybe antagonists, maybe bad guys. They could also be good guys. You play your cards right. They could go either way. They're a strong fighting force, as I know you've seen. They could be helpful. They might not be.
Okay.
It's up to you, really, what you do with those. They do have a natural magic canceling power. That's pretty neat. Very useful. Also could kill a tree, like a world tree, like a big tree. Like the tree you're trying to save, that one. So, watch out for them. They're tough customers. You guys don't have any easy villains this round either, do you? Oof.
Do we ever?
Nah, I guess not.
Mm.
There was that one time we had a play, though. That was really cool. I like
Yeah, that was fun.
that was fun.
Okay.
Good times.
So, who's next? Who's got the P? Who's got the P?
All right. How about number 2?
Number 2. So, this is Shi Kusata, the demon lord of rot and decay. This is not the other demon lord we've dealt with. This is another one. There's so many. There's like 80 bazillion. You'd think there'd be some demon serfs, but nah, just demon lords. Anyway, so this guy's working for the forces of chaos. I think you had to run in with him already. Maybe you have. Trying to rot the tree from within, not good. Basically looks like ooze, but don't underestimate, because he may be smarter than any of us. And I'm including me in there.
Wow.
Yeah. So, that just leaves one shell. Is that where the P is?
Has to be.
No, it
So-
doesn't.
Somewhat. I'm glad Sunshine was listening and flips over the shell, and there's no P there either. And like, yeah, I told you, you can't win. But you guys didn't believe me. You had to be shown. You had to go through it yourself. This is important because you're also going to have to face Kustos Vigil. Now, this is a celestial, kind of like an angel, really powerful. Now, this guy is aware of the risk to the multiverse, but he's got to fulfill his mission. He's got to keep... Remind me of the mission, because I'm...
Custos Vigil swore a vow to the powers of law to do his best to prevent the tree from regrowing.
There you go. And that's going to be a tough one. You're not going to talk your way out of that one. Or I would be hanging around a lot longer, because you would definitely need me for that scenario. You're going to have to show him that what he is doing is wrong. Much the same way I showed you guys that you can win the shell game because you didn't listen to me at the beginning. Except for Sunshine there. She's got brains.
It's true.
I like these new kids. I think they'll work out. How long have they been traveling with you?
What are we at? 2 weeks
Like-
now?
3 weeks, maybe.
Timey-wimey.
Been a
Wibbly
while.
wobbly.
Feels like a
forever.
lot longer.
Yeah. No, they'll be good. Provided none of you die, they should be with you a lot longer than that. Hey. So that's cool.
So, Mugen,
Yeah.
you started the shell game by saying we couldn't win.
Right.
Does that mean we can't win?
No. I mean, you couldn't win a while ago. Absolutely. Before I showed up, you could not win. There was no way. But now you got some cool toys. Those are going to help. You've got some information that I have just provided, and I'm happy to provide more until I have to leave, which is not yet. And this is going to arm you in the coming struggle. So now your chance of survival goes from 0 to maybe. Huh?
Well, that's better than it was, so can't complain about it.
Absolutely. Listen, I had to pull a lot of strings just to get it to maybe.
Wow.
You say these things that you're working for
Mm-hmm.
or with or whatever. They've seen the future.
Yes.
So, what choice do we make? Do we put the moment back? Do we give it away to the Fae? What do we do with the damn thing?
Well, see, here's the thing about the future, Cupcake, is if you know the future, you may not act in a way that creates it. And then you get another timelines. And that's no good. They only gave me a certain amount of information in order to help you guys out. Because they were afraid, and this is going to crack y'all up, that I would misuse knowledge of the future for my own gain.
That's
I
shocking.
know.
I mean,
Who would have thought?
Oh,
technically,
Perish.
we're all doing, right?
oh my god.
I mean, they're using it to get the gain of us getting these things so we won't die from the things that supposedly they'll protect us from. They're playing their own shell game, aren't they?
A little
Hiding what
bit.
they need to.
Here's the thing, though, Cupcake, and this is the sweet spot. You guys are not the shells, and you're certainly not the table. You're the pea. It's everyone else around you who's the mark, and they're shuffling you around trying to put you in the best place, trying to protect you for the moment. I've just moved a few things around so that when the hammer comes down on the shell next to you, you won't be there. You're in, I wouldn't say good hands, but definitely capable hands. And they're going to deflect, as they have here, the stuff that would really cook your noodles. But you're also on your own, a lot, as you always are. They can't reach in and help you. This is a kind of an illegal thing that they're doing. We are stacking the deck here, and I'm all for it. But part of the reason is that I have to go very soon is to keep other people from realizing this happened. And by people, I mean cosmic forces.
Wow.
Yeah, big stuff, right?
Ooh.
That's what you learn with your hanging out with a trickster god.
Mm.
Cupcake's got a god in a bottle over there.
Really?
It's for emergencies only.
I would imagine so. God of what, though? God of bottles?
No,
Shadow
Sort of like
realm?
the shadow realm.
something like that.
Okay.
Mistress of the Dark or something along that line. I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't carry that around in a bottle with me, but you do you, Cupcake.
Better in a bottle than stuck in your shoulder? I don't- How does one define that? I don't know.
I thought it was more like your stomach.
It's one of those sayings that everyone knows. Better in a bottle than stuck in
Your shoulder, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Common phrase where I'm from.
It's,
Sure.
it's a common idiom.
Yeah, you know, better in the bottle than in the shoulder. It's like, yeah, everybody knows that one.
At least in the bottle, it doesn't talk to you.
Exactly.
Less creepy that way.
Probably. I don't know if it's just because it's been so long since I've seen you, Mugen, or maybe you've changed, but you actually make a hell of a lot of sense.
Well, I certainly have gotten better at lying to people. Not that I'm lying to you now. Definitely not. But
I'd like to insight check that.
I was just going to say the same thing. You can roll with advantage.
That is a 27.
And what were my two options?
So you're rolling either persuasion or deception, whichever one is the correct thing to roll.
Sure. All right. Well, you definitely see through whatever sort of facade I'm trying to put up, and I am definitely telling you the truth so far.
Okay.
Only Mugen would have a deception which covers Mugen is telling the truth. That's sort of totality of.
I haven't changed that much.
So what else do you know? Is there anything?
Well, here's the good news, Cupcake. I know we're all worried about the stolen moment. But, you know, you may not have to be worried about it. As weird as that sounds, and it does sound weird, but if you play your cards right, if you do everything correctly, if you regrow the tree, you wouldn't have to replace the moment. No harm, no foul.
We knew there was another way.
I like that option.
Right? That's what they would call a good future.
Just got to stop the demon lord, the celestial. Hey, you know anything about that dragon?
Christiana, do I know anything about the dragon?
No.
No. Don't know what you're talking about.
Let's stay
Must not
away
be
from the
important.
dragon.
Well, I can try to steer us away from it so we don't have to encounter it. Or it could be like you thought maybe earlier. It's like the weird interdimensional rift dragon thing.
Yeah. Ego or id or whatever his name was.
Yeah, there I can't help you. You're on your own with dragons. But I feel like you can handle dragons, right? Heroes of legend! Plus some other people. I don't know if the new kids have proven themselves. I'm going to assume not.
We're about 50% legend, I think, at this point. But
yeah, it seems like. I mean, that's more than a lot of groups, really.
So what about this celestial? It can be convinced, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, yes and no. I mean, Clyde, you can speak to this, right? I mean, oaths are pretty intense.
Yeah.
So but hey, you broke one, so maybe you can show how it's not so bad anymore. Like, we all break oaths. Whatever.
just kind of looks side eye at the demon or the zombie lord that he's currently controlling.
It's just standing there looking a little impatient, actually.
Yeah, so you absolutely, positively can affect change in the Celestial's heart. There's a possibility of that. There is more than one eventuality where that happens. There's a lot more eventualities where that doesn't. So, do it right the first time.
Could it be released from its oath rather than breaking it?
I mean, that sounds reasonable. I don't know much about Celestials, just what they told me. But yeah, I think it's I think it's a little conflicted, to be honest. I think it doesn't like what it's doing, but it feels like it has to. And, just show it that it doesn't have to. Maybe you get it drunk, then it misses its day at work, and then they get fired, and then they break the oath, and everything's fine. I don't know.
So we just have to get a celestial drunk and fired.
I mean, maybe. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just here to warn you what could happen and who you may face. And by may, I mean almost assuredly.
Who's the Marut's master? Do you know?
I think I do know that.
Yeah,
Hold on.
it's basically the ultimate forces of law.
It's
Same
the
as
ultimate forces of
It's essentially like the caretaker's species.
So same as the celestial, right? You said it was sworn to law.
Well,
right.
Little cosmology note: the Celestials are entities of lawful good orientation, but part of what you guys learned with Nira doing the legend lore was that before there was any of that, there was just the forces of pure law and pure chaos. And the Marut's masters are the forces of pure law, which transcends even a lawful good celestial.
But didn't the celestial swear an oath to law?
Yes.
Right. So that's what you've got to get it to break.
But if that oath goes against the other part of it that's good.
Mm-hmm. Now you're seeing it, right? Right? There's a crack in the wall there. You just got to make that crack like really big so that you all can like climb in there and mess stuff up. The metaphor breaks down.
The
point is,
in a crack in the middle of a tree. I don't know.
Right, sure. You can't just talk the celestial down. You're going to have to show it. Because, all right, I don't know if you've talked to a celestial, but they're kind of dumb. They're very straightforward. Yeah.
No.
So you're gonna need to like give it some concrete examples about why what it's doing is wrong. I'm not sure the shell game thing would work like I just did with you guys, but hey, anything's possible. You can take
Celestials love the shell game, or so I'm told.
I thought everybody loved the shell game.
I mean, no one can resist the shell game. Whether they love it or not is up for debate.
There are some that just find themselves compelled.
Right. They hate it, but they can't stay away.
The Ooze Demon Lord.
Yeah. Nasty character.
Did we already kill that, or was that just like a little one? If they come in little, I don't know.
I think you heard a part of it. Is that correct?
They fought like some of its like instruments, like it's
right.
Equivalent to foot soldiers, essentially.
Sure. Oh no, you have not even come close to this guy. You have fought what's a good way to explain this? You know how when you have ants coming in at the food that you have, and there's like a few ants coming before, like a whole bunch of ants, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So like imagine that you have a few ants coming for, and you guys smash those. Good job. And then coming through the trees is an ant the size of an elephant. Like that's kind of the difference here.
I wonder if that dust works on ooze. Remember that drying dust that we got?
Maybe.
Oh, there's one piece that doesn't add up in all this.
Oh, just one?
Just one.
Well, one that comes to top of mind. And hopefully at some point, top of point of dagger or axe. Zorath.
Right. Well, okay. You know how you guys are running around and I'm helping you and all that stuff? Zorath can be kind of seen as like the dark the other side of your coin, if you will, another little like unknown chaotic element that you are gonna have to watch out for. I don't know if he's getting help the same way that you guys are currently getting help. He may be cheating too. Oh, that's the problem with being so aligned to one particular group. So you don't know what the other team is doing.
Do you have any idea why we couldn't hurt him?
Your guess is as good as mine on that one, Cupcake.
Damn.
Anyone who is proficient in it can make an Arcana check.
Not I. Sorry. That's Melicanth's thing. We'll ask her later.
Yeah, I rolled a 5. At least I tried. I could still roll a 20 even with a low modifier.
Yeah, you're not sure.
We'll figure that one out later.
That is weird, though. I'll agree with you. That's banana pants.
It's not the word I'd use, but I think you agree.
He did say he had some new tricks.
Yeah, what do you know about them?
I don't know anything about them at all. I mean, did you see me? I nearly died.
I don't know, Nira. I just don't know.
We still need to find a way that we're not trackable again. At least.
Oh yeah, that'd be real useful. I'll just say, be real useful.
Well, it's really these two that it's the issue now.
Yeah.
The new kids?
Yeah, the new kids. They're tracking them, not the 4 of us. And Melican. They can't track her either.
Yeah.
You don't have anything else up your sleeve, do you?
I got a lot of things up my sleeve. But I think that's all the things that I can give you without tipping the scales too far and alerting powers that be of foul play.
Mm-hmm.
Fair play, really.
Well, didn't Melicanth
depending on how you're looking at it.
Didn't Melicanth make the non-detection charms initially?
No.
Yes. Well, so
Carrot and Stick did.
Yeah, so that's correct. Carrot and Stick made them from the flail snail shell.
Melicanth had the spell, I think, that she could cast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it was required expensive spell components is all.
Yeah.
And it was only 8 hours at a pop.
Magic, right?
And also that was probably Mugen then, so, moot point.
Well, I mean, isn't Melicanth coming back?
Yes. I am almost positive.
Do you have any gifts for her up your sleeve?
Any gifts that she will receive, she's being given them now by the people who sent me here. And by people, I mean gods.
We got that.
Just making sure we're clear.
Yeah, important people. Yeah. Got it. Mm.
Very important people. And by people, I do mean gods. I don't think you understand what's in the balance here. Like, what you all are doing is really getting the attention of a larger group than we usually play with.
Wow, it's as if, all of existence was important to more than just us. Crazy.
I know, right?
I tend not to think about it. Kind of clouds the mind to think of everything in existence drawing upon my next knife stroke.
It helps to hide it with sarcasm.
Also, you have an axe now, so maybe that'll help.
Right. Swing the axe.
Nice axe.
Hey, Cupcake, you now have an axe to grind.
Mugen gets to call me that. I'm allowed to everybody else.
All right, Blueberry.
That one makes even less.
Chuckles, I really like your style. If I was sticking around, I think we'd get along.
Yeah, we'd see about that. But thank you.
Hey,
But thank you for
You're
the help.
furry, he's furry. You know, why not?
That is true. We both have tails.
Huh?
Long tails
Yeah.
tell.
Friendships have been built on less.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. All right.
I mean, there's the whole desperation and fighting for the same cause, but don't let that bother you.
No, man.
Tails
Tails are way more important than that.
Never had one. Don't expect to.
I could give you one.
Yeah, we could change that.
Yeah, man.
Let's just.
They're
focus.
pretty awesome.
I feel on
I
that.
do. All right.
I stick my finger forward and I'm thinking about polymorphing Alaric into something with the tail, but I choose not to.
All right. I don't have much time left. Here's something I'm not supposed to tell you, but I'm going to tell you anyway. You guys are not the first to try this. There's been other groups of heroes who have tried and failed to do what you're doing. But here's the cool thing. You've gotten farther than they have. The reason I'm here is because this is not a lost cause. You guys could actually do it in the way that so many other heroes on so many other timelines and dimensions have failed.
So we like to fall backwards into things. I think that's the key.
I mean, it seems to work, right?
I mean, I think evidence indicates that Amethyst at least has done this once before.
Yeah.
That I can't talk to. They wouldn't tell me. I did ask, though.
Thanks.
I really think you guys can do this. I really do. And I really hope you will. That you're going to succeed where so many other people have failed. But, you know, heroes of legend, right? You don't get that just by being galoots walking around swinging swords. Get that by having something special.
If we fail, is it all over? Or does somebody else get the try?
That's a good question. If someone else does, we won't know. And that means you and me and... I mean, there's some of those abstractions will probably know, but...
Well, that's super cheery.
Yeah. So it won't really matter, is I guess what I'm saying. Like,
Well,
you can
hey, that's good news.
Yeah. It won't really matter if someone else does it because we'll all be gone from all of existence. So
Doesn't
So-
really change the plan in any meaningful way.
Success is the only option and failure doesn't really matter.
yeah,
Actually sounds better somehow.
that's the Mugen effect.
Yeah.
I think that's true.
All right, I'm running out of time here. So, anything else? Anybody questions? Comments? Answers?
So many, but
I wonder if we can leverage the Gith-Yankee factor here at all.
The Gith-Yankees seem to be all fired up about getting to the tree. You know anything about what their intent is or what drives them? We can't even really speak to them other than...
Well, they know they want to use the tree to travel. Like, that's their ultimate goal. They're looking for their enemies, right? That's
But they
Yeah.
got
their whole purpose.
something, right?
Yeah, you've got two options here. You can turn their enemies against them. Turn various monsters against them. Shouldn't be too hard. They're awful. Or you can persuade them to not assault the world tree, so the tree has time to recover. Those are your two MOs that you can try. Either get a larger force to defeat them or talk them down. They might actually respond to talking, unlike Celestial. Who knows? They didn't seem very chatty, but who knows, right? I mean, you guys are... Well, you're kind of charming.
certainly less charming since you left us.
Right? It was a major component that is now lost.
Yeah,
Major.
absolutely. It shows every day.
Cat tries his best. He does pretty well. Pretty well.
Way to be
But I
an
mean,
almost
not
me.
anybody can be Mugen the Magnificent.
Well, yeah. I mean, this is just me.
What are you gonna do when you go back?
Well, I've got some other missions similar to this in time and space. In fact, you may see me again, which would be great. I love you guys. You may not. Depends on how far you get, really. Isn't that wild? If all of existence ends, you definitely won't see me again. But again, you know me, behind the scenes, pulling the levers, making the chains go, pummeling the right cards into the right hands. A lot of that stuff. Also, gotta keep doing my monk training, just in case you guys, succeed. And then I have to keep learning the monk stuff. So I can't just buzz that off. I've gotten really good at hauling water so far. Best.
I would pay good coin to see that.
Oh, it's amazing. Like, I don't spill a drop no more. Like butter.
Butter?
Yeah, you ever spilled
The
butter?
water- you turn the water into butter and then carry it.
I mean, metaphorically.
How long has it been since I've eaten butter? Or
Well-
real food?
I mean, yeah, I think in a pocket here. Reaches in. Yeah. Oh no, wait. This is cheese. My dairy pocket is filled with cheese, not butter. I don't know if that's good. You want some cheese?
I would love to have some cheese.
Yeah, here you go. I'll try to have butter next time. If there is a next time. That's on you guys.
It's pretty good too.
Yeah. I didn't make that. I tried to make cheese, and they don't let me in the cheese area anymore. Which, I mean, I'm a good cook, but cheese is different than cooking. It's temperamental.
That shouldn't be a problem for you.
You'd think that, right? But, like, cheese is hard to talk to. You can't con cheese. You got to be straightforward with a cheese. That's something I learned at the monastery. You got to be straightforward with cheese.
That should be a
I don't know how
tough-
useful that is, but I learned it. Damn well I learned it. All right, I'm gonna have to go.
One more thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you get around, but there's somebody who went back to her family. And Mark's struggling to remember his damn character name.
Andre?
Yeah. Do you know what happened to Andre?
I don't.
I don't know if you ever. Well,
You
You
know
did-
what? I don't know, but I can
Yeah.
find out.
Well, yeah.
And-
So Mugen did know Andre. She
Right.
traveled with you from Villa Nocta, but
if you could,
But I don't know what happened to her.
if you could look out for her, maybe, or
And keep
Something.
my eye on her. Yeah, I'm sure she's fine.
I've been
I
worried
mean,
about-
she's probably not some sort of mind-possessed slave of dark forces or anything. I mean, what are the odds of that happening?
With us, pretty high.
that happening.
Yeah, I hope that's not the case. I really do. I'll let you know.
Thank you.
And hopefully you guys will get farther than other people expect and you'll see me again.
So,
You can bet odds on it.
Wonderful. All right. Yeah, I got to go. If I stay longer, someone's going to notice that I'm here when I'm not supposed to and that Mellencamp is not where she's supposed to be. So I'm going to move out of this space. And then he pulls out a piece of cloth from one of the many pockets in his robe, unfurls it, and it's got a lot of really neat runes and embroidery and a big black circle in the middle, and just throws that onto a rock. It's there, and it's like, I'll see you guys around. Dives into the black spot as it's a hole, and then a paw comes out, yanks the fabric, and pulls it back in through the hole like nothing was there.
Nice.
Aw, that was
Bye,
great.
Mugen.
Always didn't know how to travel in style.
And so, as you all kind of take in for a moment that Mugen has gone, Melicanth does not appear.
This could be a problem.
Also, you are all now suddenly attuned to your gifts. I have put them each in your inventory, but I'll go ahead and describe what they are.
Is the cheese in there?
You'll have to manage your inventory there yourself. But so Otterkey, you have received a small psionic crystal, which gives you psionic abilities, including the ability to use your greater silver sword that you stole from the Githyanki to its full effect, and some other things too. So I've put that in your inventory.
Wow.
Nira, you have received now that you're attuned, you know what they do.
Cool.
You have received the Ring of Spell Turning, which gives you resistance to certain types of magic, and under certain circumstances, if you roll a 20 for the save, and the spell is 7th level or lower, you turn the spell back at the caster.
Ooh.
And Amethyst, you have a Scarab of Protection, and I think that, let's see, it gives you advantage on all saving throws against spells, and it has charges where if you fail a saving throw against a necromancy spell or something from an undead creature, you can turn the failed save into a successful one.
Nice.
Let's see. Let's do Ket. Ket, your harp is an instrument of the bard, called the Olma harp.
Yeah,
it
reading.
does a whole lot of things. It can cast various spells once a day each, and when you play it while casting a charm spell, the people have to make the saving throw at a disadvantage.
I see that the only thing I'm unclear on is, do the charges reset the next day or once?
Yes.
Or, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So each spell can be cast once per day.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, and then Cadence, your bow starts talking to you, and it has kind of an intense whisper that just says, "Thank goodness he's gone. He has a good heart, but he's very loud." You now have a sentient longbow that, in addition to being a magical longbow with a magic bonus, it can also cast seeking arrows that can seek out any target you've seen within the last minute, regardless of whether you see them or have line of sight on them now.
Nice.
Wow.
And then Alaric, as you attune to this, suddenly you have a much deeper understanding of what this is. Like, this is probably the single most important cultural artifact that the dwarves have ever created.
This can't be. He bends down on his knee, actually, to the axe, almost like he's bending to royalty.
And in fact, now that he has attuned to it, suddenly you all see Alaric wearing what appears to be an ancient design, but an incredibly formal, fancy, full dwarven plate armor.
Wow.
Ooh, Cupcake, you're pretty.
You don't understand what this is. There is only one of these. First.
Yeah, and it does a lot of things for the benefit of the listeners. It acts as it has magical properties in common with several other things, like a dwarven thrower, a belt of dwarven kind, a sword of sharpness. It gives you you cannot be charmed or frightened. You regenerate hit points. It does a whole bunch of stuff. It's an artifact level item.
I don't deserve this, but I'll use it. Oh hell, I'll use it.
Good,
So-
because apparently we're up against some pretty tough stuff.
And Melicanth has not returned. So
You do that thing that you
I cast.
I think on that moment of uncertainty, we're going to go ahead and end our adventure for the evening. But before everybody signs off, I want to do again something that I've been inspired to try due to another stream called The Rivals of Waterdeep doing, which is that anyone who's in chat right now, if you want to ask questions of the characters, we can have everybody answer in character.
Yeah, you're not going to get another Mugen shot for a while. So if you got a Mugen question, now's your shot.
So I actually meant to mention it at the beginning so that people could like prepare questions or think of them, but I forgot. So there's a lot going on. So we'll probably take a moment for the chat to catch up. But let's see. Oh, Smartermaster in the chat says, Mugen, how freaked out does all this make you?
Oh, so freaked out. You would not believe. I am putting on a good front because that is what I do. But I am shivering in my boots, and it also super annoys me that I am not allowed to go with them. I was told this many times, and I feel like if you guys, the Heroes of Legend, are saving existence, I should be there too. But apparently I can't for reasons that no one will tell me, and I don't like it.
Smartermaster also asks, Ket, what do you actually think of Mugen?
What do I actually think of Mugen? I mean, Ket doesn't know Mugen. Ket is really saddened by he's thankful for the gift that Mugen gave him. He's just sad that he can't use it to sing. But there's some other stuff going on in Ket's head right now that I can't reveal. But I mean, Ket doesn't know Mugen, so he doesn't really have an opinion. He thinks that he would if they were staying with each other for a while, that they probably would get along and have a playful banter. But as of right now, he's going through some stuff.
And Cadence, same question.
Cadence is a little wary, mostly because they're new still. I mean, it really has only been like maybe 3 weeks or a month that we've all been together, and this is someone that they have history with. And she was just starting to feel comfortable. And now there's this person that they kept talking about all the time, so she's a little wary. Yeah.
I mean, that's not a bad way to think.
No. But she didn't dislike him. She's just, like, I don't know what to think. Like,
well, yeah, there's a little bit of like, you're just starting to feel like part of a group, but then there's someone they know and you don't, and changes the chemistry. Yeah. Smarter Master says, Mugen, what happened in the cheese area?
Well, first up, making cheese is a lot harder than it seems. Just, right there. And secondly, if you do it wrong, you have spoiled milk, which is really hard to clean up because it took me a long time to clean it up. And also, I think it's haunted now. I don't know if the haunting was my fault or because of the haunting the cheese went wrong, but they're blaming me, and I don't think that's fair.
All right, so I think that was fun, and we're going to go ahead and draw it to a close. But I want to, once again, thank you, Jetsia. I'm so glad you were able to join us.
This was so much fun. I wish I could do this more regular. But
yeah. Well, we'll bring you back for something else sometime soon, too.
Yeah.
And
bring you back for the end of the world.
Yeah.
And so, thank you everyone for listening and or watching. And thank you to the rest of my players. Continues to be a lot of fun, and we'll be back next week for more adventure on
So
many
many
levels.
levels.
I missed that.